Hello Steno candidates, I am Ravina. Welcome to your own YouTube channel Lotus Steno Legal Matters. I am going to dictate you Steno Legal Matters. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more dictations. So be ready for the dictation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Since the Learned Counsel for the second respondent employer has raised strenuous objections with regard to the very maintainability of the writ petition, this court proposes to examine the issue of maintainability of the writ petition before going into the merits of the matter, if necessary. This court has, therefore, required both the learned counsel to confine their submissions to the question of maintainability, with regard a view that if the court is satisfied that the matter requires consideration, it could proceed further to hear the matter on merits. Accordingly, both the learned counsels have made their submissions on the issue of maintainability alone. Next para. The facts in brief are that the petitioner entered into the service of the second respondent as accountant on probation on 19 April 1999, was later admitted into the regular service on 1 February 2000. In the year 2006, the petitioner was promoted as accounts officer and later in 2011 as a finance officer. While the petitioner was discharging her duties as finance officer, she was placed under suspension through Exhibit P14 and was further called upon to submit her explanation to the charges framed against her through Exhibit P15. Having filed the writ petition, the petitioner added the third respondent, the executive director of the second respondent. Essentially, the petitioner's case is that while she was discharging her duties as an audit officer, she examined the regional branch under the stewardship of the third respondent, who then was the regional director. In the audit report, the petitioner was constrained to make certain adverse observations against the performance of the third respondent. Though the second respondent, based on the audit report submitted by the petitioner, conducted an inquiry and found against the third respondent on most counts. In view of the change in management, no action was taken against the third respondent. Under those circumstances, the third respondent nursed a grudge against the petitioner and continued to harass her. It appears that it has resulted in two crimes having been registered against the third respondent at the behest of the petitioner. Further, the petitioner also filed writ petition civil number 10777 of 2014, in the manner of quo warranto, questioning the very legality of the third respondent's continuing as executive director despite his superannuation in March 2014. These facts have been stated solely for the purpose of supplying the supposed motive behind the entire allegations. This backdrop, as has been averred by the petitioner, assumes importance, since the learned counsel for the petitioner has conducted that the petitioner was placed under suspension. Stop. Second dictation. The Learned Counsel has also been submitted that the second respondent is a specialized agency which has been accredited by the Government of Kerala. Stop. With its expertise, the second respondent helps the local self-government institutions, such as Gram Panchayat in planning and developing water conservation and sanitation. Stop. In fact, in terms of the government institutions, the second respondent is the only agency which can be consulted and taken help of by the local self-government institutions. Stop. Accordingly, the two second respondent contents the Learned Counsel for the petitioner not only acts as an instrumentality of the state but also discharges public functions. Stop. The Learned Counsel has also submitted that the petitioner is not an employee on a contract basis. On the contrary, she is a regular employee governed by the service regulations of the second respondent. Stop. In that regard, the Learned Counsel has tried to advance arguments distinguishing between a contract involving an employer and contract employees on one hand, and the employer and regular employees on a permanent basis on the other. Stop. Next para. According to the Learned Counsel, had it been contractual employment, the service regulations could have been in the realm of private agreements. Stop. The service registrations governing the permanent employees such as the petitioner are in the submission of the Learned Counsel in the nature of a public document, the violation of which is amenable to writ jurisdiction of this court. Stop. In support of his submissions, the Learned Counsel for the petitioner has placed reliance on the decision reported in Ramesh Ahluwalia versus State of Punjab (start 2012) 12 SCC 331. Stop. Though the Learned Counsel for the petitioner has placed reliance on Municipal Corporation versus Jeevan Singh (2010) 15 SCC 457, it is concerning keeping employees in suspended animation by withdrawing work from them, and not assigning and any duty to the till the case against them was decided. Stop. As is it touches upon the merits of the matter, it is not required to be addressed at this juncture. Stop. Per contra, the Learned Counsel for the second respondent has submitted that the second respondent is a private entity, being a society with no manner of government control over it. Stop. The Learned Counsel has also submitted in the alternative that second respondent has not been discharging any public functions, and at any rate, the issue raised in the present writ petition being a service dispute involving the second respondent and employee, it cannot partake the character of